Hello, soul tribers. How art thou? I pray you're doing well. God is for us, yes. We're blessed, we're safe, we're anchored, and we're highly and heavily protected, I must add. So, welcome if it's your first time. Welcome to the tribe, the family. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I love hearing from you as well. Let's get into the message. So, the first card that fell out, it's the Five of Coins. And this has been coming out, a lot. And Five of Coins, it's left out in the cold, abandoned, like an outcast, not having enough. For some, really homeless, down and out. The places or the people who you should have been able to turn to for help, they turn their backs on you. So it's kind of like it's just you and God, you and your faith out there. But what I love about this card is that when I saw it, I'm like, who smiles when they're in the Five of Pentacles? For a lot of you, nobody can steal your joy. It doesn't matter how down and out you are. You're still wearing your faith. You're still believing. You're still hoping. You're still trusting. And for a lot of you, I must tell you though, it makes our enemies really mad. Peen themselves mad. I'm telling you, they are, it's like terrified because they have done the most. Or, you just, again, you don't look like what you've been through. For some of you, God is getting ready to turn things around for you. And you see, you're going to have a lot of people, see on the outside, people looking in. They want a piece of it. Come in with their cups after God turn it around for you. Now, we all have free will. I can't tell you what to do. But trust your intuition. It's not that hard. It's not that hard when, like I said before, when, like the phrase or the quote, you don't know the strength of a tea bag until it's placed in hot water. And so it is when you're going through your darkest moments, and if people could help you and they chose not to, instead they talk down on you, they wish you bad. It's like they watch you struggle, sink or swim. And now because they see that you kept the faith and God is and he will turn things around for you, then it's like they're coming back. And it's like, no. For a lot of you, it will be a no. It's a no for me. So for a lot of you, God is going to turn something around for you in your life. I could be talking to you, Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups. You got this. You got this. You got this. This love, this abundance, they couldn't steal it. A lot of people with the Page of Swords, they're watching you. Because for a lot of you, you have had some near-death experience. But for a lot of you, that really only transformed you. It really only transformed you. That's what it did for you. It transformed your life for the better. It's like how you're gonna send death to death. It's like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. So you have gone through a lot of things. Four of Wands. When it comes even in your community, your home life, you could have been really having a hard time. But it's like, yet still, I'm telling you, it's like, I find it, persons who are going through hardships or who have dealt with a lot of rejections and abandonment, have gone through a lot of upheavals in their jobs, their stability, their safety. and they're still able to push through every day, they are to be admired. They are to be admired. That was confirmation for a lot of you. And for everybody, it's going to be different. Ooh, oh my goodness. It's going to be different for all of us, what that abandonment or feeling left out in the cold is all about. What else, Spirit? Yeah, Four of Wands. Your home, your stability. So some of you, you could have lost your home, your sense of security and stability in your community, but you're going to have this back. You're going to have victory. You're going to have the family, the life, the connections. You're going to have your soul family. You've lost a lot. Because see, when you were left out in the cold, being abandoned and rejected and overlooked by people, it is good that it happened. Because it's kind of like they fell off by themselves. You didn't even have to do anything. They showed themselves. And then now it's like, okay, it's like God is saying, now that they're out of the way, now I can provide and prepare the people, the persons who are suitable for your soul. Now that we got rid of those toxic people, for a lot of you, there is still some of you, some forgiveness that needs to be done. And remember, even Jesus, for a lot of you as empaths, remember even Jesus when he was on the cross. And as he looked down at those trolls and those bullies, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they have done. Sin, for different languages, sin means, I took a little bit of Spanish in school. Sin means without. And these are people who are without hope. Because people who know better, they would do better, or they would have done better. These are people, and it doesn't matter who they are, whatever their faith, their denomination, their socioeconomic backgrounds, people who are mean and hurtful and go out of their way to make you miserable and uncomfortable. These are people without God. And so it's like, what do we expect them to do? You know what I mean? It's like, give credit where credit is due. It's like, you know what to expect from babies. This is why we're disappointed when you think somebody who should know better. So when you see people who are doing what they do, again, this is why I keep using the Bible is like the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. When you see how people are behaving in your life, believe it. That's who they are. These are people without hope, without joy, they may have religion, but they don't have a relationship with God. Because if they did, they wouldn't have done the things that they do or they're doing to you right now. So they don't have, and this is why, Jesus said, forgive them because they know not what they have done. They don't know, as old as they are. They're not even aware. They're not aware. Because they lack that spiritual intelligence. They're not walking with God. I don't care what their lingo is and how they're willing to, or they can quote this and that. Their actions gave them away. Their energy gave them away. So forgive them, whomever they are, because they know not what they have done. So that you can set yourself free. It's like you just looking at them and shaking your head like, Lord have mercy. They don't even know who they're playing with. They don't even know who they're messing with. God, forgive them. Forgive them. So for a lot of you, it's all about moving away. God moved you away from a lot of toxic people. He saved you. He saved us from a lot of toxicity, from a lot of evil entity for a lot of you, a lot of us. So remember, forgiveness is for us, it's not for them. Because they don't even know what they're doing. Again, they're just old bullies. They're working for the devil. You work for God. You work for God. For a lot of you, you could have walked away from a lot of illusions, a lot of confusions. People wanted to put you as an option. They wanted you to fight for their attention. It's like, you don't have time for that, And so this is why, for a lot of us, the things that we've gone through, it's meant for us to learn from them. And when we learn from them and said, we know what we desire, we know what we deserve. And this is how you will know if people come in your life are for you. Because you know already what you desire, you know what you deserve. So when they treat you less than, you're like, nope, that's not for me. Because if I can treat myself and give myself the love and the peace, anybody who is coming and doing otherwise, you're not willing to compromise. And God rewards that. It's sometimes when we're out there and our backs are against the wall, but you're still able to be thankful, gratitude. You still have a positive attitude. God takes note of that too. Because if you are satisfied with a little bit, He knows that He'll be able to bless you with more. And that's exactly what He will do with this Four of Wands. If it's the raise, the promotion, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. For a lot of you, again, you're this high priestess. You could have gone through a lot of, just a lot of confusion. You had to trust your intuition. Things that were meant to stress you out, things that were meant to break your heart. And you had to rely on the messages that God was sending you, or He's sending you right now. The spiritual nudges. Prayer works. God works. Like I said, I don't know about anybody else, but it's like not too long ago I was supposed to go somewhere, and the night before, the TV was on, and it's like out of the blue. I mean, I didn't even have the remote control where I was. Out of the blue, the TV change on the weather station. I'm like, God, what are you trying to tell me? What are you telling me? I know that there were some, like the previous weather forecast said that it would rain on that particular day. But they were still, basically deciding if they should still carry on the event or not. And I said, I know it has something to do with the weather. And surely enough, the next day of the event, when I woke up and I looked at my phone, the event was canceled because of the weather. See, God is sending us messages all the time. And I share that because sometimes a lot of people, they're fresh on their spiritual walk, or you've been doing it, but your feelings, it goes up and down. And God moves and works in mysterious ways. And so by me sharing my testimony or you sharing your testimony, then it's like it gives others hope. God still works. I mean, the like I said, the channel just changed the weather. It's like I knew that he was trying to tell me something about the weather. Pay attention to the weather. So that, to prevent me from something. So even though I saw that, I was still kind of like playing it by ear. I'm like, we'll see what happens in the morning. But that was divine confirmation. So keep the faith. God is taking care of you. This is how we see, like the song says, God is in the details. It may not be, sometimes we want this big bang or, something huge, but it's the little things. But they're blessing us, they're keeping us safe. It's the nudges, it's the uncomfortable and the weird feelings that you get when you're around people. God is speaking. God is speaking. What else? All right. This is why sometimes I like to pre-shuffle and pick my cards before, because sometimes it takes a lot of time and the camera is rolling, and before we get into the message, then something happens, it cuts off, or but let's see, Spirit, what you got for me, what you got for we. Yep, it says here, the fool taking the leap of faith, a new beginning. It says lovers here. So whether, again, for a lot of you, and then over on this side we have the world, successful closing out of a chapter of a cycle. Some of you could be traveling around the world, you're across the world right now, but again, the partnership, the connections, people or person who is suitable for your soul, your destiny helpers. For some of you in the past, you could have been looking for love. I saw the Seven of Cups, the options, the choices, being the chasing, and now you're gonna have so many options. It's like, but again, choose wisely, yes? That's with the Seven of Cups too. Seven of Coins, you're building something. You will reap the fruits of your labor, your harvest. For a lot of you, some of you, you're going to get news. Some of you, if this is regarding really home, maybe this is confirmation for some of you, you're going to get that contract, that lease, that mortgage, whatever it is that you have been waiting on. You're going to get something. You're going to get news about that. You're going to get correspondence, some communication about that. Because I'm telling you, for a lot of you, this is like God's payback for all the things that you have gone through. See, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. And like I've said before in a video, Ten of Swords, it seems like, when you say Ten of Swords, it seems like it's nothing. But this is a lot of gossip, a lot of slander. Your reputation's been ruined. You had people give you the bad eye, the side eye, not even knowing the whole story, all because they choose to take another person's opinion over you. And again, for a lot of these people, some of them were the ones who push you out in the cold. They do things to cause lack and stagnancy in your life so that they can, to prove a point. See, they have nothing going on. See, they're not trying hard enough. Because if they were, why is it that their life is so hard? Knowing that they were the ones who did it. And this is why God is blessing you, and He will, with this King of Swords, is like Archangel Michael, your spirit team. And again, as above, so below. So it starts in the spiritual realm. So for a lot of you, It's like the spiritual court is in session. It's in session for you right now. God is fighting on your behalf. A lot of people are going through karma right now. A lot of people, they're going through justice right now. Because why? And when you learn to understand the mission, you're not going to allow people to steal your joy. And this is why, like I said, when I saw the Five of Coins, I said, who laugh when they're going through hardship? And because for a lot of you, even though you may have asked God questions because you don't understand, I didn't do anything. Maybe some of you contributed, but it's like, for the fact that you didn't, like just wear all of that shame, and you still put your best foot forward every single day. God is blessing you. This Ten of Swords is no joke. Who feels it knows it. And this is why this is a successful completion. God is giving you everything that you desire at this time with this World card. Closing out this chapter and giving you a brand new beginning. For some of you who had, issues conceiving, you're going to have that child. You're going to have the love. You're going to have the life. Whatever it is that the enemies try to stop and block. And it's like, this is the thing too, when people are doing their stuff, they think that they're fighting you, but they're really fighting with God. They chose the devil's side. You're on God's side. You work for God. And like I said, when you come to realize that, then you don't allow the enemy to steal your joy. Even when you're going through the hardships, you're still smiling anyway. Even when you know who is doing it, who caused it, you're not allowing your enemies to see you sweat. Good for you. Good for you, soul tribers. I'm telling you, for a lot of you, with this awakening card, and this, I don't know, whenever you get this message, it's timeless, but for a lot of you, you're coming into spiritual awakening. Sometimes where you are or where you were in this, been left out in the cold when it comes to your home, your stability, your job, when it comes to the money, it's acting funny. Sometimes, like I said, not everything even is caused by the devil. God will do things because sometimes we believe in people more than we trust God or our intuition. And sometimes God will put us in this pause or create certain things, instability in our life so we can see the people who we have around us. Because even if somebody come and tell you, oh, this person is not for you, you don't believe. And so sometimes God will have to do it. And then when you're stuck and stranded out there and you think that these people would have shown up for you or you thought they would have and they turned their backs on you, then tell me, please, if a light bulb doesn't come on in your head. They expose themselves. Now you know who is there for you from who is not. So it's like God have you pause in that, where you have the situation with like the Good Samaritan. God had something happen in your life where you're left wounded, stranded. And even the religious people, even the ones you have been there for, they walk on the other side. They pretend as if they don't see you. They even laughed at you, mock you. Oh, they were up there, now look where they are. And out of the blue, your help came from unsuspected, the most unlikely source. And trust me, it doesn't matter what your race is. Everybody goes through it. Like I was looking at this social media thing the other day, and it was somebody from a completely different race. And they were posting something about whatever you have to do, do it anyway, even if the people don't support you. And I'm like, oh wow. So it's not just with one tribe, it's not just with one race. We have more in common than we know. So a lot of you're going to get this new perspective, and you're going to see how selfless you were for a lot of people who did not give a rat's tail about you. You're gonna come to realize that. And so, the Four of Pentacles talk about frugalness, holding back. You're asked to hold back on your energy because, again, this is the Four of Coins. For a lot of you, it could even be a community that you were in who didn't support you when you hit rock bottom. Again, it's like you're not spreading yourself so thin. It's like everything is Russian now. It's like she's sitting on her Four of Pentacles. Again, when God bless you, you're going to be mindful of who you are helpful to, who you give your time, your energy, your money to. You learned a great lesson, or you will. If you are patient enough, if you, if you just go within, not use the time when you're stuck to pout, blame God and everybody else, but ask God, what are you teaching me? What can I learn in this moment, this season of my life? What is it that I need to know? And for a lot of you, a lot of us, it will be evident. For some of you, it's confirmation. It is evident that people are not, showing up the way that you have shown up for them. And so you're cautious now. With the Six of Swords, you learned the lessons. Like the song by Whitney Houston, Bittersweet Memories, that is all I'm taking with me. As you make this leap, again, this is why you went through so many things in life, or you're going through it right now, so you can pick and choose what goes with you. It's like you're going on a trip. You would love to take everything, a lot of things, but you may take a lot of things out, but you can only pick out the most important pieces. This is what it is. So a lot of people will, by default, check themselves out because that was just a test. That was a test, and they failed miserably. God had you stuck in this hangman. God parked you for a little bit. God put you through some trials, or a period, a time of trial and tribulation. It was all a test. For you to see, for us to see who is there with us, who is our supporters. And see, the thing is that, like with this, you see all these people outside the window with their cups out. You were not there with me when I was toiling through the night. My phone was dry when I needed an encouraging word. So therefore, again, you're pick and choosing who you give, who benefit from you. And it's only fair. So don't let anybody guilt trip you. Come in with any, offer like this, Knight of Water, the Knight of Cups coming in, chivalry, want to play nice, play in your face. Hey, my friend, no, we're not friends. A lot of people just want you to be their friend when it's convenient for them. It doesn't work. So it was all a test. People fail miserably. And a lot of you, a lot of us, you didn't even know you were in a test, but it was a test. And it's for your good. It is for our good. So for a lot of you, a lot of us, it says here abundance. Affirm your worthiness. Open your arms to accept prosperity in all forms. So even if you didn't, your bank account was, not reflecting that. But there are so many different areas of abundance in our life. You were still happy. You were still thankful. God, thank you for a new day. The little that you have, you were still gracious. You were still thankful for it. For a lot of you, In the past, you could have been holding on tightly to people, places, or things that was not, suiting you. And now you come to realize that no, it's not that serious. You were the one serious about them. They were not serious about you. And so this, for a lot of you, you surrender. You surrender to God's will, divine's will, and his way for your life. You're no longer fighting for what and who is not fighting for you. Good for you. Good for us, soul tribers. Spirit wonder. Oh, empathy. Understanding another's emotions deepens your connections. Compassion expands your world. Truly, listen to someone today. Offer understanding without judgment. So, for a lot of you, you're an empath. And so, again, you're giving time and attention to people who are deserving of it. But at the same time, again, you're protecting your peace. You've gone through so much in the past. It's kind of like there is this barrier where you're not allowing people to play on your emotion anymore. Your emotions. Yeah, because you're transformed. You're not, because a lot of people, when they want you to feel bad for them, they try to tell you all of their problems and stresses in their life. And it's like to distract you because they know that you're an empath. You're kind. Don't let anybody play with your sympathy. Move on, move away from those entities. Again, your ray of light, your light is shining brightly. Thank God. The Holy Spirit, angelic energy is holding you at this time. So you're not alone. Your spirit team is around you. You need to know that. Transcendent clouds. There are codes within the clouds. So for a lot of you, you could love to look up, in the cloud, there are messages. Again, God moves in mysterious ways. As he's directing you, you will be able to see different signs and synchronicities around you. I'm seeing a hymn book here. So for some of you, you can even be getting messages as you're going along your path. In songs, even. In hymns. As you're moving along. It's like, and I see this hymn book. What is coming to me? God will take care of you. Be not dismayed, whatever betides, whatever it is that you're going through. God is taking care of you. Somebody may know that hymn. You need to look it up. God will take care of you. You're not alone.